Hey, Daily Doses. This is Pastor Larry here with Bonus Monday, where we take a look at some of the things we saw, kind of a deeper dive into what we looked at on the weekend. And we talked about the importance of just sharing our story. I took a look at Philip not having any answers for Nathanael when he said, "How could the Messiah come from Nazareth?" And saying, "Well, why don't you just come and see for yourself?" The woman at the well who said, "Well, I don't know whether he's a Messiah or not, but he sure told me a bunch of stuff. I had no idea, so why don't you come and see for yourself?" And the story of a man born blind who didn't even know whether Jesus was like, is this demonic power, God power, a sinner, or what? I just know this, that I was blind and now I see. And I just want to encourage you once again with what we looked at, that the most important story you'll have is your story. And it doesn't have to be profound. I was blind, but now I see. It doesn't have to be profound, even like the woman at the well, like he's spoken in my life things he shouldn't have known. I mean, when it came to Philip and Nathanael, we saw, it was like, well, I don't really have any answer to anything. I just think he's Messiah. Well, how long have you investigated this? What do you know? Have you read this, read that? He hadn't done any of that. It was just early in the afternoon, I came across him, and I'm pretty sure he is. In fact, later on, there were times where they wondered, well, maybe this ain't the Messiah, you know? But they were just bringing people along your journey. And what I want you to see about sharing our faith, it's just like we share anything. It's like we share our hobbies. It's like we share our interests. It's like whatever. And there comes a point, you probably have a friend or two in your life who like they always got to talk about the same thing even when you don't want to. And they come off as a jerk and you just want to avoid them. That'll happen with Jesus. And then you have other friends who are into things you're not into, but they graciously go into it as much as you're interested, and you follow along. And you've had friends who got into something and kind of triggered your interest, and then you went, wow, that sounds pretty good. I want to help you understand. That's all we're doing when they're sharing our faith. When we go, ooh, and make it very mysterious or very deep, what happens is we get intimidated, our voice shakes or gets a little deeper or something, and everybody's uncomfortable in that situation. I want to read just once again the passage that is so powerful in terms of the New Testament of what we're supposed to do. And I'm just calling it up from my message. Here it is, 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 15 to 16. Catch the simple process. In your hearts, revere Christ as Lord. And by the way, context, as I mentioned this weekend, these were persecuted people. So he says, here's what you do when things aren't going well. Revere Christ, the Messiah, as Lord. Let Jesus be your God. Second thing, be ready to give an answer to people who ask you a reason for the hope that you have. You don't have to study for that. You don't have to prepare for that. You don't have to rehearse it. He says, man, just follow Jesus and keep quiet until a door is open. And when someone asks you, you tell them your simple reason, good, bad, or ugly. And I don't know is a great response to some questions. And when you do it, have good music to go with your words. Do this with gentleness and respect, keeping a clear conscience, living what you're talking about. Why? So that those who speak maliciously against your good behavior in Christ may be ashamed of their slander, so their minds might be changed. It's as simple as that, friends. Let Jesus be Lord day to day. Be ready to tell your story and don't carry any other burden beyond that. And live what you say, and God will use it powerfully.